This is a southern strawberry cake made completely from scratch. Real strawberries, buttermilk batter, and a cream cheese frosting that tastes like strawberries and cream. Pink layers all the way through, a tender and moist crumb, and a frosting so good, you'll want to eat it by the spoonful. Let's go through everything you'll need. There are 3 components: the strawberry reduction, the cake batter, and the frosting. For the strawberry reduction, you'll need 1 pound of fresh strawberries, hulled and halved, which is about 3 cups, 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, and 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice. For the cake layers, you'll need 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2½ teaspoons of baking powder, and ½ teaspoon of fine salt. For the wet ingredients, 3/4 of a cup of unsalted butter softened to room temperature, 1 3/4 cups of granulated sugar, 4 large egg whites at room temperature, ½ a cup of sour cream at room temperature, ½ a cup of buttermilk at room temperature, 3/4 of a cup of your cooled strawberry reduction, and 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. For the strawberry cream cheese frosting, you'll need 8 ounces of cream cheese softened to room temperature, ½ a cup of unsalted butter softened to room temperature, 4 cups of sifted powdered sugar, 1/4 cup of the reserved strawberry reduction, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and a pinch of fine salt. You'll also want fresh whole strawberries for decoration on top. Start here, because the reduction needs time to cool before anything else happens. Place your hulled halved strawberries in a medium saucepan with the sugar and lemon juice. Cook over medium heat, stirring continuously, mashing the berries as they soften. You're cooking this down for about 12 to 15 minutes until you reach a thick, jammy consistency, roughly the texture of tomato sauce, reduced to about 1 cup total. The lemon juice isn't just for flavor. Its acidity brightens the strawberry color and keeps it from browning while it cooks. Once it's done, let it cool completely. You'll use 3/4 of a cup in the batter and set the remaining 1/4 cup aside for the frosting. Do not use it warm. It will affect the structure of both. If you're in a hurry, spread it on a sheet pan and refrigerate for 20 minutes. Better yet, make it the evening before. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Grease 2 9-inch round cake pans, line the bottoms with parchment circles, then grease the parchment as well. This double greasing step really matters here. The strawberry reduction gives the batter a slightly higher sugar content, which means it sticks more aggressively than a plain vanilla cake. Don't skip it. In a large bowl, whisk together the flour, cornstarch, baking powder, and salt. Whisk for a full minute to make sure the leavening is evenly distributed. The cornstarch is doing something important here. Combined with all-purpose flour, it mimics the protein content of cake flour and produces a more tender, delicate crumb. Don't substitute it out. In a stand mixer or with a hand mixer, beat the softened butter on medium speed for about 2 minutes until smooth. Then add the granulated sugar and beat on medium-high for a full 4 to 5 minutes, scraping down the sides halfway through. You're looking for the mixture to turn noticeably pale, almost white, and increase significantly in volume. This step is the foundation of the entire cake. Rushing it is the single most common reason from-scratch butter cakes come out dense. Give it the full time. Reduce the mixer to medium-low. Add the egg whites one at a time, waiting for each one to incorporate before adding the next. Then mix in the sour cream and vanilla until just combined. In a separate small bowl, stir the buttermilk and cooled strawberry reduction together. Now add the flour mixture in 3 additions, alternating with the buttermilk strawberry mixture in 2 additions. Flour, liquid, flour, liquid, flour. Mix only until just combined after each addition. Stop the mixer while a few streaks of flour remain and finish folding by hand with a rubber spatula. Overmixing develops gluten and makes the cake tough. The batter will be pink and slightly thick. Taste it. It should already taste unmistakably like strawberry. Divide the batter evenly between your 2 prepared pans. A kitchen scale is helpful here for even layers. Smooth the tops gently and bake at 350 degrees for 28 to 33 minutes, rotating the pans halfway through. Don't open the oven before the 25-minute mark. The cakes are done when a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. The edges pull slightly away from the sides of the pan, and the tops spring back when lightly touched. Once out of the oven, let the pans rest on a wire rack for 15 minutes. Then run a knife around the edges, invert onto the rack, peel off the parchment, and let the layers cool completely. at least 1 full hour. For even easier frosting, wrap the cooled layers in plastic wrap and refrigerate for at least 30 minutes. Cold layers crumb less and hold their shape beautifully during assembly. While the layers chill, make the frosting. Beat the softened cream cheese and butter together on medium-high for 3 full minutes until completely smooth and fluffy. Scrape the bowl well. Any unmixed cream cheese will leave lumps. Add the sifted powdered sugar 1 cup at a time on low speed, then mix in the reserved strawberry reduction, vanilla, and salt. Beat on medium-high for another 2 minutes. The frosting should be smooth, spreadable, and hold a soft peak. If it feels too loose, refrigerate it for 15 to 20 minutes before using. To assemble, place the first layer on a serving plate and spread about 3/4 cup of frosting evenly across the top. Set the second layer on top, press gently to level it, and apply a thin crumb coat all over the exterior. Refrigerate for 20 to 30 minutes until the crumb coat firms up. Then apply the final layer of frosting, smooth the sides, and finish the top however you like. Elegant and smooth or rustic and swooped. Arrange fresh strawberries on top to finish. What you end up with is a cake that's soft, moist, and genuinely pink all the way through. Not from food coloring or gelatin, but from real strawberries cooked into every layer. This cake serves 12 and keeps covered in the refrigerator for up to 4 days. One important tip: pull it out of the fridge 30 to 45 minutes before serving. Cold cake is noticeably denser and less fragrant than cake at room temperature. And this one deserves to be enjoyed at its best. It can also be made as a sheet cake in a 9 by 13-inch pan if you're baking for a larger crowd. The full recipe, with every measurement, detailed instructions, and make-ahead tips is linked below. If you're baking this during strawberry season with fruit at its peak, you'll understand exactly why this cake shows up at every Southern celebration worth remembering. Take your time with it and enjoy every step.